Hi, everybody. Welcome. Sorry about the dysfunction. We are going to do a quick demo on jelly printing. Bougie Crafter, thank you so very much for hanging out. I apologize. I was very ill prepared for somebody not showing up, and that's rare for me. So, thank you for keeping everybody entertained for an extra 10 minutes. This is my go-to whenever I have to do a quick, oh my gosh, demo. So, can I find my large one? Nope, but we're gonna roll with this. Hello, we're rolling with this, right? Because this is how we go. Um, we are going to be rating into Angel by Create Repeat in a few minutes. So I figured to fill the time, I would just show you some basics with my jelly plate. Um, I love jelly prints. It's my go-to. My plate, this plate is horrific, but we're gonna roll with it. Here we are on the fly. So when I use my jelly plates, I'm just gonna run through the basics. Um, I always, I rarely clean them. I always leave my back plastic on it to give me some stability. Um, One of the things that I love using with my plate as I'm frantically grabbing things is just things around the house. It is very easy to do this with, oh my gosh, you, Petra, I'm getting ready to addict you, my love. Um, you have your jelly plate. People typically use stencils, but I like to find things around the house. This is a just a carpet backing that I cut to size, and I got a whole roll of this at the Dollar Tree. There's this. I'm gonna just give you some different things that I use, and then we're gonna get started. This is the netting from a bag of fruit. I cut it down to the size of a plate. Another thing is this is a piece, and I pulled one side off so I have the corrugated edges. You missed, somebody did not show up, and so I'm doing a jelly. We're going to literally have time to do maybe two pulls. So these are all anything that can put it is more addictive than whatnot. I promise this. Anything that can put texture or pattern on your plate is doable. I will suggest do not use any metal if you are just learning with this because you don't want to gouge this. It is a gel. It's flexible. Mine is very yellowed and old because I've had it for 20 years. But the other thing that you're going to need is just some cheap printer paper because we're going to put some paint on this. I You need a brayer to brayer your paint. And I like to have an old book. This is one that I painted so I don't lose it. And I just brayer off excess paint in here. This makes amazing journaling fodder. Oh, you guys are so gonna be. So anyway, this is your extra paint. So this is off to the side. You will use less paint than you think. The biggest thing that people do is use too much paint. It really does not take a lot. Any acrylic paints, you can use craft paints, and I'm just going to do acrylics. You can use anything on this. You can use alcohol inks, Sharpies, oxide inks, any watercolors, it will all work. Today, I'm just going to show you the basics. So I'm just going to put down a couple of dabs of paint, take my brayer. I want to spread this, and you just want a thin, translucent layer. You can see how thin this is. Now, your dry time may differ from mine. I am in Arizona and the desert is hot and dry. I'm laying this down for some texture. I'm going to take a piece of paper and I'm just going to push down because I'm putting this texture into my plate. If you are in Florida and it's humid, it may take a minute for your paint to dry. Um, See how I just added texture there? There is a little bit of that on my page. So before adding another layer, you want this to dry. Red Rock, you need, let me send you a link to get what you need. Another thing is you're going to need a brayer and this, and you're good. I know, right? Okay. So I'm in Arizona. It's still a little damp, so I'm trying to hurry because we've only got like 15 minutes, but I want you to see this. And then I'll show you some of the things that I have done. I am not going to lie. I have been sitting here trying to figure out what I was going to do for my demo today because I've been so focused on getting the train going. I didn't even think about a demo. I'm bad. But so I guess we're going to do some jelly printing this afternoon. So I will send you a link for, you can put in jelly print, jelly plate. Ugh, I can English. There are two different brands. Do not get the Speedball one from Michaels because it is not designed for acrylic paint. It will break down. The Speedball one is only good for Speedball inks and they're ridiculously expensive. So make sure that you get the jelly brand, or there's another one and I can't think of it off the top of my head, but send me a message and I will send you the information to get one. So we're pretty dry here. We are going to throw some green on top of this because it happens to be sitting beside me. And like I said, most people mess up by using too much paint, okay? So we're going to just throw some green down here. And I am going to grab what are we going to grab? Okay, we'll do trees because trees and green work, right? I'm going to throw down a stencil of some trees. I'm going to grab that piece of paper that I had. And I'm just burnishing this with my hands. I just want to pull up some of that paint. And I also want to press that image into my plate and the paint that is there. So see how we have this? We're getting somewhere. So we're going to pull this off. And I am going to take a lighter color. This is parchment. And like I said, you can use your craft paints, just the inexpensive ones. We did try this a while back with the acrylic paints from Dollar Tree. I was absolutely not impressed. So I would go with like the apple barrel, those kind of craft paints to start out. And I'm sure if you are a creator, you've got some floating around. I have my pickup layer. I'm going to put a clean sheet of paper down and I'm just going to burnish this. And you kind of want it gel press. Thank you, Sarah. it was like in right at the tip of my tongue. Jelly or gel press, either one of them will work, whichever you can get cheaper, they're pretty much the same thing. So this is you can feel it getting cool and you can see it starting to wrinkle. You can pull back on this, and this is what we have. Bam. I know it's a whole situation. So we're going to quickly do another one. I'm going to see if I can get to my flowers because, I've got stuff everywhere right now. When you like frantically, oh crap, I need to go live and I don't have anything planned. And here we are. This is what Tam just did. So again, we're going to throw down a little bit of this Payne's Gray. If you hang out with me, you will find that that's one of my favorite colors. We're going to throw that down just to get some color down. Now, what I normally like to do is put some type of a line down so my journal pages have writing. I know it sounds crazy, but I use these. Absolutely, I can. And please bookmark my show for later today. My actual show, I'm going to be going into this more detail with my show. Um, so see how I just pulled those up? These are actually journaling lines for my journals. I put these pages in my journals. I make every Tuesday we do a show in my art room. Done and done. Yeah, come see me this afternoon. I'm going to throw some yellow down. This is actually Naples yellow, which is another of my favorite colors. I'm going to spread this out. I don't like cleaning them. A lot of people are really crazy and want to clean it, and I like the grunge. If you do not like grunge and you like pristine images, it is 100% doable. I just am not a fan. I prefer my grunge. So I'm using my fingers to burnish that in and pick up that paint. Because what I'm doing is I'm putting some flowers on my paper that I've been pulling. I know, Pamela, it was a thing. It was a last minute thing. Yes, that's what I was saying. I have this book that I did on the side. And so what I'll do is I just brayer off in my book, and then I use these book pages for making tags, making ephemera. I use these for snippets if I need to add anything. So this is on the side. So we're going to pull this up. This is the one I've been working, just pulling random stuff through this whole thing. So you can see that I have this black pretty flower pattern here. I'm going to put down some parchment over the top of this. You want this to dry between layers. And like I said, I'm in Arizona and mine dries very quickly. Yours may or may not. Yeah, having that book, it's just an old book from the library that was falling apart. I painted it ridiculous bright colors so I don't lose it in my crazy art room. And once this book is almost done, and then I'll start a new one. And I just keep it beside me at all times. So we're going to roll this out, this thin layer, over everything that we have done. Making sure that everything is covered because I want it to pick up. And this is what we call our pickup layer. I'm going to take a clean sheet, lay it down, and I'm going to burnish this down. You can do this. No, you can put whatever colors you want. And I will go into the specifics of it later this afternoon, but this just happens to be the colors that I grabbed. Always keep in mind you're layering paints. Um, so you can pull this up. There we go. And I'm holding and I'm pulling. I'm holding this and I'm just slowly pulling this back. So you can see the layers. We have the dark that we put in first with the bricks. Then we have the yellow with the flowers. And then the parchment just filled in all of the empty spaces. So this is amazing, right? What I do with these pages, and I'm going to show you, there's so much you can do with this. They are so versatile. These are some pages. I'm going to pull my camera up a smidge so you can see. Um, this is printing with botanicals. I literally go to my garden and I grabbed some plants and I used them instead of stencils. Um, Again, I printed on lined paper. So this is a journal page. So I'm going to put this in a journal. I've got my grunge, I've got my lines. So this is ready to go. More of that. More plants. I love using plants. Obviously, I had 2 minutes and didn't get a chance to run outside and grab some plants. So we're using stencils. But I mean, this is a stack of all of this gorgeousness that we've created. These become journal pages. Um, you can use whatever colors you want. You can go dark, you can go light. You can print on junk mail. You can, I mean, this is an amazing thing. I teach this very, very frequently. I demo this in raid trains very frequently. And you see, once this is dry, then I can do the other side and it's a ready-made journal page. I'm going to grab, this is the journal that we are working on in my Tuesday class. Um, and I'm going to show you how we used um, these pages in our journals. So what we do is, this is like a hot mess, but you'll get the idea. I'm going to get to the signature. So these are jelly prints, and I have made them part of my signature in my journal, along with other papers. And so you have pre-decorated pages in your journals. This is a project that we did. I've just all the things. So this is one, and we put a belly band, did a little mini book, little booklet here. Um, Petra, I hear your brain rolling with your raid train, the Battle of the Journals. It freaks me out. I'm not gonna lie. Anywho, so but these are all the things that you can do with it. You can add them to your journals. This is one, and we just added some pockets to it. So all of those things. Um, so I I love playing with this. You can do your own color scheme. Um, choose your colors and do your color scheme for your journals. So this is a, I knew that was going through your brain as soon as I pulled that journal out. Love you, babes. Ah. Anywho, this is a quick demo because, we're just filling in for a few minutes. We are actually going to raid into, um, yeah. I just lost her. Let me get the right thing here. We're gonna raid, but if you bookmark my show at 3 o'clock, um, I will do more on this. We're going to go see Angel by Create Repeat. She is an amazing artist. Thank you all for hanging with me, and I will see you in a few hours, and we will definitely do this. Bookmark my Tuesday art room shows because I'm always doing this on Tuesday. Much love. Have a blessed day, and I will see you in a little bit.